Yo, what's up, fam? We back on the grill again. We back on the grill today. We smoking. First of all, give it on to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Without him, none of these things are possible. But yes, we are smoking today. Smoking. It's one of those nice days again, so I figured I'd get out here and do, what I have to do. And so today I wanted to be able to smoke pork shoulder as well as beef brisket, and I also got some chicken thighs. So well, I'm going to show you the process, not the whole process, but pretty much the beginning from the prep before I was putting it on the food. Last night I did all the trimming of the brisket, and I made the brine for the shoulder. I got the chicken thighs soaking in root beer or marinating root beer if you fancy, and all the seasoning, all the spices. And I show you most of all the seasoning and things that I use. There's always some things that are secret, that are specific to BigJohn's Backyard Barbecue. Those things I never show. Of course, we're going to go low and slow, about 225 for about maybe 8 to 10 hours, or until the temp hit 200, and we can pull these things off. I'm about to go and prepare these chicken thighs, get them out of the root beer that they've been soaking in all night with the seasonings that I put all over them. And we're going to sit there and finish getting them all dusted up pretty good. And we're going to put them on the smoker right now. Everything else is already grilling. But we back, man. We're not on the water today. I was asked to go fishing. I'm like, man, I want to go because it's a nice day to go fishing as well. But I said, man, I set up for a smoke day. So because I watch the weather. For everything I do, I watch the weather. I watch the weather when I fish. I watch the weather when I smoke. So I put all those things in play. We're going to do some barbecuing. We're going to do some grilling. We're going to do some smoking. We smoke it. We grill it. We smoke it. We grill it. What? We gonna get it done. We gonna get it done. I'm just trying to tell y'all, look at this. That's it right there, man. It's coming out. It's coming out, man. So the brisket is already in. The picnic is already in. And y'all see all that stuff. This is just the prelude. Until that time, enjoy BigJohn's Backyard Barbecue. Yeah, man. So, hey, this BigJohn. Always remember to keep the Lord first and keep your grills lit. How about that? Let's get into this.
All right, y'all, here we go. We are back in effect with BigJohn's Backyard Barbecue. Right now, we're about to pull out this shoulder that we've been letting sit all night in a brine to get this thing just right. Of course, it's another one of those nice days where I was asked to go fishing, but when you get an opportunity to smoke, you gotta smoke. So we are here. So we're gonna take this now. We're gonna season it up. We got a brine made out of apple juice, orange slices, rosemary, salt, pepper, other different seasonings, brown sugar, things of that nature. And we're gonna get on this here picnic so we can make some barbecue later on. So we want to season it up real good. You pretty much want to coat this thing. Prepare the beef brisket, which has also been soaking in a nice liquid. Seasonings. Gonna add some mustard to coat. up everything around. And we're gonna season it with just one thing. We're gonna just do some, pretty much just salt, pepper, and sugar. All right, y'all, we have coated up these chicken thighs. Now it's time to put them on the grill. Well, it's time to check on everything. Also time to juice it all up. Let's see what we're looking like. There's your shoulder. Let's get some libations on it. Libation? Libation, some juice. Special concoction I put together. Wet it up real good. Brisket. Yeah, I'm gonna find one of them nice cuts that I can just go out somewhere and get. Chicken. So we are 3 hours and a half in. We're doing pretty good. We still got a long way to go. Not on the chicken thighs though, normally too high. Maybe 2.5 to 3 hours. All right. Get up under the smoke. Let's check some chicken thighs here. Needs to be 165. Man, you can see where I poked the hole and them juices just come pouring up out of there. Let me close this up. My wood done caught. Let's get back to the smoking. That air fuels the fire. That's not what we want. Let's make sure it goes down. Yeah, you just want to smother it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, pull off the thighs. One more spritz. Just put a little shine on them. Put a little shine on them. Reverend Big John's backyard barbecue. What, man? You don't know, y'all. You ain't never had none. You just don't know. You just don't understand. Bruh should go into business, man. Just my time, man, my time. These are all the mesquite ones. The lemon pepper ones are in the back. Whoever get a hold of them, they'll figure it out at that particular time. In the meantime, I know some folks who hungry, namely the wife. So I'm gonna make sure she get a little bit of something to grub on while she waiting. Let's close that back up. All right, so now we're gonna probe this here pork shoulder. See what that temp looks like. I'm not worried about the pork. I know the pork is right. I am worried about the brisket, because the same thing happened last time, where the brisket itself was good, but it wasn't the tender that I was looking for, or the tenderness. And so that's an issue. And that's an issue that I'm gonna have to figure out. But that's all a part of backyard barbecue, right? You trial and error, you do different things to figure out. This is a 10-hour cook process. So with a 10-hour cook process, slow is not the issue. So you look at your cut, so we'll see. Right now we're letting it rest. We'll cut into it and we'll see what it's like. And hopefully, it'll be good. But I'm looking for that thing to bounce, just like the my beef ribs. You could touch them and it was bouncy, it was light. But if it feels stiff and heavy, even after reaching temp, there's an issue. So we got to figure that out. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's been 10 hours and the brisket is finally at temp. 195, so we're gonna pull that off and put it to bed, let it rest for a minute. All right, here we go, y'all. We're now going to cut into the brisket. Like I said, it did not come off the way I expected it to come off. Now, it still has the flexibility in it, but I just want to see more than that. We got a tester over here. Jaren, come here. See, that's what I'm talking about. It's tight. I mean, it's juicy, but it's not where I want it to be. Let's see what Jaren thinks about it. Is it tender? It's a little chewy, right? But how's it taste? Flavor's always gonna be right. Let me say. Yeah, the flavor's decent, but this is not an A1 brisket. This is not what I want. What I want is more, see, that's dry. It's not what we cook brisket for. If this was a competition, I lose. So, there you have it. Once again, the second time, the brisket failed on me. So, we're gonna have to do it again, y'all. And we gotta get it right until we find the right mix to give me the tenderness that I want. Anyway, we still got the pork on, the chicken thighs, they were on point. Never question those. The pork shoulder should be on point, but we'll see. Hey y'all, this is what it is. When you barbecuing, you got to take some chances with some different things and try something until you find the right recipe, the right mix, the right cook time, everything you want, and the right cut of meat. I don't know. This one, y'all, this is a miss. Flavor's there, but the moisture and the tenderness is not there. It's kind of tight, and like I said, I can tell. When I picked up the beef ribs, you see them bend. See that? There is no good bounce in that. When I do that, it's just tight. So that's a miss. Red BigJohn got a miss on this one, but not to fear. We coming back, and we're gonna do another brisket. All right. So I'll see you when I get ready to pull the pork off, and we'll show you that. And one of the keys to pulling out, knowing your pork is right, when you can take that bone and pull it right out the middle of it. All right, y'all, here we go. It has been a long day after, 11 hours of smoking, resting, and all those things. We are done. Here it is, pork shoulder. Now, interestingly enough, one of the ways you know a piece of pork is done is the bone itself should just pull right out. So if I take this bone and I just twist it and I just pull it, y'all see that? Now, the brisket may not have been as tender as I wanted to, but this right here, this is a work of art, man. This is a masterpiece. Look at it. I can literally just pull this stuff apart. And it's a little bit hot. Y'all see that? This is the stuff. This is the moneymaker right here. I'm gonna get the brisket. I'll get that thing right, but pretty much this whole thing will pull apart. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna finish pulling it apart. I'm gonna chop it up. I'm gonna make some barbecue out of this stuff. But I just wanted you to see that all was not lost today. The chicken thighs were on point. They were banging. The brisket, it was tasty. It just wasn't as tender as it's supposed to be. I will fix that issue. But this shoulder right here, this some barbecue just about to go down. As a matter of fact, y'all know, I might as well, let me get a little piece of this here. A little piece of that. Oh yeah. Oh, look at this bark. You know, I hope y'all don't mind, but let me get some of this bark too. That's what I'm saying. All right, y'all, look. I got finished doing all this work. It's late. So, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for checking out Reverend Big John's Backyard Barbecue. Hey, look, I am out of here, man. Always remember to keep the Lord first and keep your grills lit. All right, man. See y'all on the next one. We're going to get that brisket, though. I promise. This right here, this is legit. We can just, ooh, this is still hot. Look at how that meat just comes off. It just comes off, it's juicy, it's moist, it's tender. That's what's up, but it's still hot, so I'm gonna let this cool off a little bit. But yeah, here is the grand prize. Pork shoulder, about to make this into some barbecue. All right, I got down to one more bone, y'all. And that's this one right here. See how clean that bone is? That makes no sense. Oh. Woo. Just had to show you that last bone.